in itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Amadeus.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Amadeus.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah, talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it because I'm free and I got Malcolm X to my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of Eric Fun.
All right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the QueenAShakur show, or TV show. I'm your host, QueenAShakur, and this is your Daily Vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, hello Eva, Tangi, Buckhorst DC. All right, Sandra, Nessa G, Desmond. Shout out to my moderators putting in work, Courtney J. All right, Pearlie, I see you, beloved. Claudette, Hundia, Kimberly is here, Aboriginal woman, Cherokee descended Dale. Okay, so let's get into it. Shout out to all of my loyal worlds and everyone tuning into the Queen. Let's get this party started. All right, hello, Nazia. All hell no is in the house. So let me tell you all something. It has been a crazy day. So I'm going to give you all some information that I just saw right before I got on here. Some crazy woman claims that God and the solar eclipse told her to go on a shooting spree. I want you all to pay attention. This is all nefarious. This is all nefarious. So let's get into it. Okay, so here's what they say. Woman told a hotel worker that God said to go on the interstate on a shooting spree, according to Florida troopers. All right, now this happened in Holmes County, Florida. A Georgia woman is in custody after a shooting on Interstate 10 in the Florida Panhandle. They say the Florida Highway Patrol identified the woman as 22-year-old Taylor Michelle Celestine from Georgia. Now, according to the FHP on Monday morning, Celestine told hotel workers in Holmes County that she had been directed by God to go on a shooting spree and claimed it had to do with the solar eclipse. Troopers say that not long after Celestine left the hotel in a purple Dodge Challenger, she drove onto Interstate 10 traveling west and shot into two cars. One of the drivers was shot in the neck and the other was grazed in the arm. This is absolutely horrific. An FHP trooper saw Celestine's Dodge Challenger exit I-10 in Ponce de Leon and tried to make a U-turn back on the interstate before the trooper pulled her over. Celestine was arrested and charged with attempted murder, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, and improper discharge of a firearm. She was booked into the Holmes County Jail. During a search of Celestine's car, the troopers found an AR-15 and a 9mm handgun. This is all crazy. You all see this? Sure said, I knew that would be coming out. Okay, this is absolutely crazy. Maud Egypt says, negative energy, more people on lower vibrations actually chakras in red, demon invaders. This is all so crazy. Okay, Claudette says, Satan told her to do it. Don't lie on the Most High. Exactly. Okay, so I just want to tell you all that. That's absolutely sad. Condolences to the people that were shot. I hope they have a speedy recovery, okay, and that their injuries don't turn fatal. But also, let's talk about the woman who died on her way to see the eclipse, which I reported to you all while we were watching the eclipse. So now there's a little bit more information. It says a doctor killed in a freak Airstream trailer accident was on the family trip to upstate New York to watch the eclipse. Condolences to the family of this woman too. This is all very sad. So the Long Island doctor killed when she flew out of a moving Airstream trailer that had been traveling with the family to watch the eclipse, and her daughter witnessed this all in horror. Now, well-respected pediatrician Monica Waranika, age 58, married mom of 3, and allergy immunology specialist with Stony Brook Medicine, was in the sleek silver 2024 trailer that she and her husband had just bought 2 months ago when the freak accident occurred on an upstate highway on Saturday. So A witness says that, this is one of the neighbors, says that they were going upstate to watch the solar eclipse. The neighbor only gave her first name as Maria. She said, my husband saw them right before they left. He happened to have talked to them. And Warnika's husband, Robert, said they were going up with their daughter to watch the total eclipse. And then she says, poor Robert, poor kids. And the neighbor was crying. She said, really nice family, good neighbors, the best. And so this is all sad too. Now, minutes before the tragedy, Warrenika and her daughter Helena had been riding with Robert in the family's 2019 Ford Ram pickup truck when which Robert was driving while towing the Airstream behind it, according to police. Now, the family headed to an Airbnb in Cape Vincent, and they stopped at a Stewart's gas station in upstate Brownville for ice cream, according to Police Sergeant Jack Keller. Now, that's when Warrenika and Helena, her daughter, who is set to get married this year, decided to ride in the trailer for the last 20 minutes. Now, according to Helena's account, she was lying on the bed located in the rear of the camper. Helena recalls that her mother was trying to secure the passenger door of the camper and subsequently gets thrown from the Airstream. State troopers said motorists who witnessed the tragedy, it was around 3 p.m., they said they saw her tumble. Okay, one passenger, they said they saw her tumble. With the doctor still clutching the door handle. She was thrown to the pavement, striking her head on the shoulder. Warrenika was rushed to Samaritan Medical Center where she was pronounced deceased. They moved here about 4 years ago. Okay, they just brought the Airstream 2 months ago, and they said Warrenika was a sweet person. She was really nice. That's what a neighbor says. Says they have 3 daughters. One of them is a musician. She's going to school in the city, and the oldest daughter lives in Virginia. The other one is studying to be a doctor in Arizona, and she's getting married this year. She said, oh God, I can't believe this. Maria's daughter is studying music, would sit outside and play the violin to delight her neighbors. The daughter is enrolled in Juilliard. Say they were planning trips, and they were planning to go to the daughter's wedding in Arizona. Well, this is all sad. Let me show you some pictures of the lady who passed away. This lady was a doctor. This is very sad. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. That's the lady right there. Condolences again to her family. Very sad. That's her and her husband and one of her daughters. And that's her daughter. That's the daughter who was with her and actually saw this happen. Oh, very sad. I know her daughter is clearly traumatized. So I feel real bad about that. Now, so apparently, like I said, the door to the camper, and let me show you the camper they were riding in, because apparently the camper door swung open and she went to try to close it, and unfortunately, she just fell out and hit her head on the shoulder. I'm going to go back so I can show you all the camper she was riding in. Okay, there it is. I hope you all can see that. That's what she was riding in. I mean, can you just imagine? That's just very sad to me, because can you imagine they're going to see the eclipse? They're probably so excited because this is something that could be once in a lifetime for some people. And at the end of the day, for that door to swing open and she just tried to shut it and got snatched out. Also sad. I feel really bad for her daughter who witnessed it. And let this just be a reminder to everyone how you can be here 1 minute and gone the next. Because they were just at a gas station buying ice cream just a few minutes before. Okay? Just a few minutes before. Okay, so with that all being said, let's go on to the next topic. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Now let's talk about Kyle Rittenhouse. Let's talk about Kyle Rittenhouse because it has come to my attention. I find this also nefarious. I want y'all to pay attention. They say that Kyle Rittenhouse applied to get in the service and did so poorly. Listen to this. Listen to this. I want you all to hear it. Okay, Kyle Rittenhouse allegedly failed military entrance exam so badly, he's banned from serving in the Marines. He scored so pitifully on the test that he's banned. How do you get banned from even trying again? He must have scored so low, okay? Please pay attention. Now here's what it says. And they did a fact check on it. You know how they love to do fact checks to try to debunk stuff. And here's what the fact check says. I want y'all to see this because I find it all nefarious. Here's what the fact check says. Pay attention. Can y'all see that? The fact check says research in progress. Not research in progress. Please pay attention. Now they say, started on April the 1st of 2024, numerous accounts on X, formerly known as Twitter, shared and reposted a photo with an email claiming to show that Kyle Rittenhouse, the then teenager who shot and killed 2 people in Kenosha, Wisconsin in 2020, had failed the U.S. Marine Corps entrance exam so badly that he was permanently barred from enlisting in the service. Now I want you all to pay attention because they say research in progress. You know darn well they know by now that it's true that he failed, okay? Because this was on April the 1st and that's a week ago. So you mean tell me they didn't find out yet? I find it also nefarious. Okay, he can't even try to enlist again. It's a wrap for him. Someone said, I know lots of people who didn't qualify for the job they wanted, but being banned from even trying again and not even sent to a prep program is pretty unique, especially when recruiting is so low. That's what James Stout posted on Twitter. Okay, the claim spread rapidly across social media with accounts either defending or mocking Rittenhouse's actions. So we set out to determine whether the image was authentic and whether the claim it supported was true. Now here's what they say. The email is supposedly from a Kenosha police field report, which Snopes is attempting. Snopes, now you know those are the fact checkers, okay? I don't find them credible, but anyway. It said which Snopes is attempting to obtain. Now we have cropped the image to allow for greater readability. Okay, so in the profile, written less than a week after the events in Kenosha, the Washington Post noted that he had attempted to join the Marines in early 2020, but was disqualified from serving after discussing his options with recruiters. Okay, so he obviously tried one time before. Now he's just banned. It's a wrap. It is all nefarious. And they have a portion of the letter here. Byron B said, I passed that at least 7 years ago. Well, honey, he failed so pitifully. They told him don't even bother to try again. In fact, you're banned. Okay, this is a wrap. Don't you ever come here trying it again. There's part of the letter right there. Okay, please pay attention. I find it also interesting because I can't stand Kyle Rittenhouse. Please pay attention. Yes, I said Rittenhouse. With that all being said, that just made my day just as well as the Eclipse. Pay attention. Laverne said he's a misfit toy. Okay. Jeff ATL said they banned his ace simply because he got away with killing 2 people at the BLM protest in Wisconsin. It's a wrap for him, honey. He is just not that smart. Okay, please pay attention. You know he dropped out of school. But for now, let's talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Says that God, let me pull this up. She said that the earthquake in New York City was God's warning to the U.S. It was a sign from God to the U.S. to repent. Now I want you all to pay attention. Here's what she said. God is sending America strong signs to tell us to repent. This is what Georgia Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene posted on X after the 4.8 magnitude earthquake that hit New York City. The conspiracy theorist post came nearly 2 hours after tremors were felt across New York, New Jersey, and Philadelphia. Miss Green suggested God was responsible for the geological event, adding that it was a sign of things to come, saying earthquakes and eclipses and many more things to come. I pray that our country listens. I want y'all to pay attention because I'm about to tell you why she sounds real crazy. Okay? Miss Green did not specify what the U.S. needed to repent from, but appeared to also suggest that the solar eclipse coming on Monday, known for the many, many years, was also a sign from above. Her post later had a community note added that added to it that was denouncing the messages, said earthquakes happen all the time, all around the world. We can follow them real time using USGS resources. Eclipses are not random. They follow strict mathematical rules and can be predicted centuries before they happen. NASA has a site listing eclipses until the year 3000. Controversial firebrand has been called out for other conspiracy theories in the past. Now I want you all to pay attention because she said that the United States needs to repent and that this was a sign from God. And then meanwhile, they're telling her she's a conspiracy theorist. Well, she often is a conspiracy theorist. But at the end of the day, yes, America does need to repent. They absolutely do. Okay, the eclipse was a warning. Just like I told you all this when I talked about the eclipse, that it was a warning. Just like when God sent Jonah to warn the people of Nineveh, ancient Nineveh, when there was an eclipse, okay? And he went to warn them that they had to make atonement for their sins. They had to repent or face destruction. And surprisingly to Jonah, who didn't believe that they would, because he was a prophet from their enemy. So he didn't think they would listen to him, but they did. And so I told you all then that that's America's warning. But let me tell you something. Marjorie Taylor Greene, knowing her as I do, having listened to her foolish rhetoric and talking points that she spewed, when she's talking about America needs to repent, I guarantee you she's talking about stuff such as, people being of the rainbow community, because she's always talking against that. She's likely talking about crime that's going on and things like that. But what I'll tell you, what she's not talking about is reparations that they owe us. She's not talking about the racism that happens to people who look like me. She's not talking about racial profiling, police brutality. She's not talking about repent from any of that. She's not talking about them making atonement by giving us what they owe us, okay, because they stole us, they sold us, and now they owe us. She's not talking about any of that. I just want you all to pay attention. Okay, I want you all to pay attention. Yes, they do need to repent, but I guarantee you that Miss Marjorie Taylor Greene is talking about them repenting of entirely the wrong things, okay? Please pay attention. And another thing, I find it all interesting that Jacqueline said, real talk, thank you. And here's another thing I find very interesting. So many of the people like Marjorie Taylor Greene with that same mindset, who spew that same rhetoric that she does, many of these so-called Trump supporters, they'll sit there and say that they're so patriotic, like they're so patriotic for the country, that when Colin Kaepernick took a knee to peacefully protest, that he was disrespecting the flag and the anthem and the veterans and all of that. But I bet you most of them will not sign up for the military. Okay, they won't even try to get in the military. Please pay attention. But they want everyone to think that they're so patriotic. Okay, that's what they're not. All right, that's what they're not. Naja said the pride is too strong. Absolutely. Tan said it's their pride. Absolutely. So I find it also interesting. She's talking about repent. Yeah, they're not going to repent for what they did to our ancestors. That's what they're not going to do. Now let's get into it, because this Baltimore mayor, oh my goodness, Mayor Brandon Scott gave them the ever-loving business because they were trying to come for him. Okay, especially as it pertains to the bridge incident, the Francis Scott Key Bridge that was collapsed. So they were trying to go in on him. Now I want you all to pay attention because I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Now, let me just say this. I'm going to show you a video where he's responding to some questions that he was asked, but then I'm going to show you some things that he said when he spoke to Joy Reid. I'll show you that after. That's when he gave them the business. Okay, so let's look at this first report first. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance, beloveds.
President Biden is heading to Baltimore today to get a first-hand look at the destruction from the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. The president will meet with the families of the 6 workers who died last week. The Army Corps of Engineers says it plans to reopen the Port of Baltimore by the end of May. With us now is the mayor of Baltimore, Brandon Scott. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for being with us. You will be with the president later today. What is it that you want him to see?
Well, we know that this president is a full believer and understands in Baltimore, but understands the significance of this tragedy, not just for those families, not just for the city of Baltimore, but for this entire country because of how important our port is. I want the president to see that devastation up close. And then we want him, of course, to do what he always does when a tragedy happens, meet with those most directly impacted. And we're appreciative to have him here, but understanding that the president and his team have been supporting us since the bridge collapsed, unfortunately, early that morning.
What does Baltimore need from the federal government?
Well, listen, the federal government, the president said he was going to move heaven and earth to help Baltimore, and he has done exactly that. His team has been on the ground. We have a wonderful unified command with his team, our fabulous governor, Governor Moore's team, my team, the counties and the county executives. We have that great federal support. I was with the SBA secretary. We've had Secretary Buttigieg here. We've had the full weight of the federal government here. And we know that's going to continue. All we need is to continue great partnership that we've had with the president and his team through this tragedy, and quite frankly and honestly, throughout his term.
So you do know that there are some national Republicans pushing back on the idea of the federal government footing the bill for this. Ralph Norman said, quote, "The very thought of having the federal government pay for the Baltimore Bridge is totally absurd," all caps. This exemplifies the old slogan, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Congressman Dan Muser called the plan outrageous, said, "We just can't take the easy route all the time and just try to spend the taxpayers' money." What do you say to these Republican lawmakers?
Yeah, I say that they are just the loud and wrong part of the Republican Party. We know that the smart, willing, and understanding and knowing Republicans will be supportive because they know this is the #1 port in the country for roll on, roll off. They know that not having that farming equipment going out to the Midwest is not just going to hurt Democratic cities or Democratic states. This is not a Republican or Democratic issue. This is an American issue, American port that is supporting American workers, not just here in Baltimore, but across the country. But I've spoken with my congressional leaders, both of my senators, Van Hollen and Senator Cardin, who said they've talking to folks, even like Senator McConnell, who understands the importance. My Congressman Mfume, is speaking with the Speaker of the House, and he understands the importance of this issue. And we're not going to allow the loud folks to take us away and distract us away, which is an American tragedy that's impacting not just my great city of Baltimore, but cities and counties and places around the country.
What's the latest on when you think the channel will be open for commercial traffic to get some of those commercial ships that are stuck inside out and some of the ones outside in?
Well, we have the timeline from the Army Corps of Engineers, and they're going to work towards that timeline each and every day. But I want everyone, again, to understand how complex it is. What you see in those images above ground is only exacerbated when you go above water. It's only exacerbated when you go below. This wreckage is so mangled and tangled. It's like a piece of Jenga, and they're going to be very precise. They're going to move very quickly, but also safely and responsibly through this so that we don't injure or lose anyone else. And we will get the channel open as quickly as possible, but as safely as possible as well.
All right, Mayor.
Okay, I want you all to pay attention because you know something about the Republicans. They will absolutely cut off their nose to spite their faces, okay? They know how important that bridge is, but they don't want the government to pay to fix it because that man right there, Mayor Brandon Scott, is the mayor, okay? And he looks like me. That's what that is. I want you to pay attention. They will literally, some of them, cut off their noses to spite their face. Now, here's the thing. The Port of Baltimore handles cargo, including automobiles, machinery, agricultural equipment, liquefied natural gas, and sugar. Okay? In 2023, the port handled about 50 million tons and $80 billion of cargo between the U.S. and other countries. The port is also the top port in the nation for automobile shipments, having imported and exported more than 750,000 vehicles in 2022 alone. About 70% of these were imported, dominated by big name brands, including Mazda and Mercedes-Benz. So that bridge is very important, okay? And they know that. But they don't care because they'd rather not help the block mon. Please pay attention. Now I'm going to go to another video. It's a compilation of videos about just this, okay, with Mr. Brandon Scott speaking about all of this. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Boosted by and a right-wing blue check account that's been boosted by Elon Musk in the past just blew straight past the dog whistling, tweeting to its 276,000 followers, quote, Baltimore's DEI mayor commenting on the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge. It's going to get so much worse. Prepare accordingly. The post included a clip of Baltimore's black mayor, Brandon Scott. I cannot believe I have to say this. Brandon Scott was elected with 70% of the vote in 2020 in a city that is 61% black. So by right-wing logic, a diversity hire would have been a white man, which of course is what they want. Only the white Christian men may have the things. And at this point, it's evident what they mean by DEI, right? Okay, it means black people. It's the reason the right complained about critical race theory. It's not fashionable to be openly racist anymore in America, unlike what they call the good old days. So referring to a black mayor as a DEI mayor gets the point across, right? So fellas, why not just say what you mean? You can't stand black people. We get it. You've been heard. Joining me now is Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott. I will allow you, Mayor Scott, if you choose to do so, to respond to the tomfoolery and attacks on you for having the nerve to be black and also a mayor.
Well, I think, listen, I know, and we all know, and you know very well, that black men and young black men in particular have been the boogeyman for those who are racist and think that only straight, wealthy white men should have a say in anything. We've been the boogeyman from them since the first day they brought us to this country. And what they mean by DEI, in my opinion, is duly elected incumbent. We know what they want to say, but they don't have the courage to say the N-word. And the fact that I don't believe in their untruthful and wrong ideology, and I am very proud of my heritage and who I am and where I come from, scares them, because me being at my position means that their way of thinking, their way of life, of being comfortable and suffering, and while everyone else suffers, is going to be at risk, and they should be afraid, because that's my purpose in life.
Some conservative critics blame the bridge collapse on diversity, equity, and inclusion policies in Maryland. Diversity, equity, inclusion, better known as DEI to a lot of people. They called you, some critics did, the DEI mayor. What did you make of that when you heard it?
Well, as I've said already this week, we know, listen, I am a young black man, a young black mayor in this country. We know that there are a lot of racists and folks who don't think I should be in this job. I know that. I've been black my whole life. I know how racist and racism goes in this country, but my focus is always going to be on those people. I didn't want to be out there that night answering questions about DEI. I'm worried about the loss of life. We know how ridiculous that is. Those folks are afraid, as I said this week, to use the N-word. This should not be even in conversation. We have to remain focused on the mission at hand and continue, from my vantage point, to prove those people wrong about people that look like me by doing my job in the best way that I can and ignoring the noise of folks who simply want to be divisive and are afraid that their way of life, where people that don't look like them and think like them, can be in control, can be in power, and actually be better at the job.
Attention, please. Now tell me you live in America without actually telling me you live in America. Now, for those that don't know, Baltimore has a black mayor, and his name is Brandon Scott, and he's pictured here. And as you can see, he don't look like most mayors. And apparently in Baltimore, that is a problem. Now, we all know he is dealing with this horrific and tragic incident that literally just happened. When a boat crashed into a bridge that actually killed people. And most people would be, sympathetic and mourning the loss of individuals who were killed in that horrific incident. Oh, but not these right-wing haters, y'all. They literally took to social media to degrade this brother, and I'm gonna show him to you in a minute. But need I remind them that he was elected. As a matter of fact, it was by 70% of the vote by black folk in 2020 in a city that is predominantly black. Now, y'all, this is Brandon Scott, and this is him in the wee hours doing a press conference to address the media on this horrific situation. So he ain't got time to get all GQ. He got to go. Now, this is what some of these individuals were saying about him. Looks like the kind of guy who would try to bum a cigarette from you outside the gas station. Stay tuned. It gets worse. Another one, this mayor asking for $1 this morning. Oh, but this one right here, y'all. Oh, it took the cake. What the F? Looked like they scooped him from the basketball court where he slings. But being the smooth and educated brother that he is, because you and I know, if he wasn't qualified, he most certainly wouldn't be Baltimore's mayor. Please understand that. But y'all, he clapped back. And did he ever? And you see, he gave it straight back to him with no chaser. But don't take my word for it. Just watch. Press play. Mr. Brandon Scott, Mr. Mayor, if you would.
I will allow you, Mayor Scott, if you choose to do so, to respond to the tomfoolery and attacks on you for having the nerve to be black and also a mayor.
Well, I think, listen, I know, and we all know, and you know very well, that black men and young black men in particular have been the boogeyman for those who are racist and think that only straight, wealthy white men should have a say in anything. We've been the boogeyman from them since the first day they brought us to this country. And what they mean by DEI, in my opinion, is duly elected incumbent. We know what they want to say, but they don't have the courage to say the N-word. And the fact that I don't believe in their untruthful and wrong ideology, and I am very proud of my heritage and who I am and where I come from, scares them, because me being at my position means that their way of thinking, their way of life of being comfortable and suffering, and while everyone else suffers, is going to be at risk, and they should be afraid, because that's my purpose in life.
And those would be facts on facts on facts on facts on top of facts.
Okay. Well, I love the way he put that so eloquently. Please pay attention. I mean, this is all ridiculous. Saying that he looks like somebody who'd be out bumming a cigarette. First of all, it was the wee hours of the morning. I'm sure he got up straight out of bed and came there as quickly as he could. He didn't have time to get all dressed up. They sound crazy. Okay, shout out to the True Royal family in the chat. Hey, beloved. Okay, so I find it also nefarious, but like I said, this is nothing new. Like he said, he's been black his entire life, so he knows what to expect at this point. And the notion, I want you to pay attention, the notion for those Republicans to say that, oh, this is too much of the spending taxpayers' money. Okay, robbing Peter to pay Paul. We shouldn't pay to get it fixed. Well, how's it going to get fixed? Here's the thing. They don't have a problem with all of the billions that President Biden sent over to Ukraine. They don't call that spending our taxpayers' money. When people come over here illegally and they're given fancy hotels with $30 glasses of champagne, when they're giving all of these benefits, and the people who live here, specifically homeless veterans on the streets, they don't even get those luxuries. Are y'all paying attention? But they have the nerve to talk about spending tax dollars, robbing Peter to pay Paul. They don't have a problem with the fact that Governor Hochul just gave away $183 million in January, for something that didn't even happen here. They don't have a problem with any of that, but don't you dare give that black mayor money to fix that bridge. I find it all so nefarious. Okay, I just want you all to pay attention. Now let's talk about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, because he had a lawsuit against ADL. And that's the Anti-Defamation League. Please pay attention. Judge tosses Louis Farrakhan's $4.8 billion lawsuit against Anti-Defamation League over anti-Semitism claims. Now, it says a Manhattan judge tossed out the Nation of Islam leader, Minister Louis Farrakhan's $4.8 billion lawsuit. Okay, a federal judge tossed it out, and they say Minister Farrakhan, who over the years has said that Hitler was a great man, repeatedly claimed satanic use control the government and Hollywood and compared use to termites, sued the ADL and the Simon Wiesenthal Center in Manhattan Federal Court in October, insisting the groups had harmed him and the Nation of Islam by pushing the false narrative that he is an anti-Semite. Now, they say in dismissing the suit Friday, Manhattan Federal Court Judge Denise Cole wrote that Minister Farrakhan had failed to provide any evidence demonstrably linking the group's actions and writings to injuries sustained by him or his religious organization. I want you all to pay attention. Okay, I want you all to pay attention. Said he didn't demonstrate any proof or evidence, didn't show any proof or evidence that they had done any harm. Now, regarding Minister Farrakhan's claim that Morgan State University barred him from speaking at the school in 2023 due to pressure from the ADL, Coate wrote that he did not prove there was an injury fairly traceable to the ADL. Cole also noted in her decision the ADL's writings on Farrakhan and his comments about the Jewish people were not defamatory because they constitute non-actionable opinions, and that Farrakhan has not pled actual malice. The Anti-Defamation League cheered the judge's decision on Twitter X and links to a blog post listing a selection of Farrakhan's hateful and conspiratorial comments, saying truth is a defense, and no, we will not stop calling out anti-Semitism wherever and whenever we see it. Well, here's the thing. What I recall is the minister never making any threats of harm against any of them. What I do recall is them making threats of harm to him, shouting, "How do we want Farrakhan?" And then they said, "Who do we want?" They said, "Farrakhan. How do we want him? Dead." That's what they said. I played that for you all in the past. So I find it all very interesting. But I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Okay, please pay attention. This is something that we should have already known was going to be the end result. Now, let's talk about this honor killing. This Muslim man killed his girlfriend who was pregnant with his child because he was ashamed because she was a non-Muslim. So this is what they call an honor killing, which is usually carried out by the victim's family. You know, when a woman from a Muslim family is pregnant without being married, even if they get assaulted, then the family will still sometimes commit an honor killing upon them, saying that they've been tainted, something that's totally not their fault. That's punishable by death. This is all so crazy, but I want you all to listen to this. Now, his mother says, "My son could have brought a non-Muslim home and I would have welcomed their baby into our family." Mother of Somalian refugee boyfriend accused of strangling his pregnant Swedish girlfriend in honor killing denies disapproving of him dating a white woman. That's what the mother says. So she never would have had a problem with it. They say it's the case that has horrified a nation a 7 months pregnant woman, said to have been murdered by her Somalian boyfriend because his mother disapproved of him dating a white woman. Now, Sarah Fortson Allenborg, age 20, was found strangled to death at home in the city of Orebro, in what prosecutors claim was an honor killing because he was ashamed of having a baby with a non-Muslim. Now, they have traced Ibrahim's mother, okay, and she has broken her silence to discuss the case for the very first time and deny her own anti-Swedish bigotry, that say that this could have, this could have been avoided, basically. This is all crazy. Now, Istar Yusuf Nu, age 42, instead insists that she would have warmly received Saga into her family, as well as the unborn baby that she was carrying by her son. Now, the mother of three told us that she did not have problems with her son dating a non-Muslim, and that Saga's death had robbed her of a grandson that she would have loved. This is all so sad. This is all so sad. A beautiful young lady. He took this young woman's life. Let me let you all see this lady. This is very sad. 7 months pregnant. Condolences to her family. This is all sad. And condolences to his mother, too, because I'm sure she wanted her grandchild. Beautiful young lady. This is all very sad. Let me show you him. This is him right here. This is him right here. This is the one who did it. Look at that. How awful. How very awful and egregious. Now, can you imagine what was going through this woman's mind as he sat there and strangled her? Look at it. Just to think what that, yes, she was beautiful, absolutely. Now, what was going through this poor young woman's mind as he's strangling her? The father of her unborn child. Can you imagine what she could have been thinking? This is so sad, honey. At the end of the day, some people are sick in the head. If he knew she was a non-Muslim and that he felt like his family would be ashamed, why was he dating her in the first place? Okay? Why was he having relations with her? Oh, so crazy. Now, they go on to say that the mother says, I would have been happy if Iman had met a girl, and for me, it wouldn't matter if she was Swedish or not. I would have been happy if he showed me the girl. If a man had come home and told me that he had gotten a girl pregnant, I would have been happy to become a grandmother, and especially a young grandmother. Even if the pregnancy was out of wedlock, it wouldn't have mattered as long as it was my son's child. Now, when asked if she knew whether Ibrahim or his younger brother had relationships with girls, she said, no, I don't know anything about that. Prosecutors claim that Ibrahim grew up in a household that believed a relationship with a white woman was not okay, and that he must date a woman of the same culture, and conceal the 2-year relationship from his mother because she would not accept it. But Mrs. New said that her son, who is known as Amin, would have had her permission to have relationships with women. Oh, so sad. This is absolutely dreadful. Okay, Archie Titan said, what's wrong with people nowadays? I know exactly. That's what I'd like to know. Look at this. Queen Sam said somebody lying. That's what I was thinking too. Now, either the mother's lying or he's lying, okay? Somebody is clearly lying. All right, at the end of the day, this is all so sad. Condolences to the family again, like I said. Very unfortunate. Absolutely dreadful, to say the least. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Now, this next story, y'all are not going to believe this next story is so ridiculous. Okay, so ridiculous. And also, let me say, thank you, Sandra, beloved, for your super sticker. Thank you for your super sticker, beloved. I appreciate you. Okay? And thank you all for the cash apps. Now, let's talk about it, because let's talk about this Burger King employee. Says that a man pulled out a gun on him because he tried to give the man a discount. I can't make this stuff up. Cleveland Burger King employee held at gunpoint by irate customer for giving them a discount. I just want y'all to pay attention. This is all crazy. It says he almost paid the ultimate price. Listen, this is how I want you to pay attention to how the media is so nefarious. The media said he almost paid the ultimate price for giving a discount. Please pay attention to the play on words. Almost paid the ultimate price for giving someone a discount. This is all crazy. Okay? Queen Sam said, just what the F now? Okay, let me show you all the footage. Because like I said, I can't even make this stuff up. This is all crazy. Let me make sure I'm pulling up the right video. Now, you can't even give people a discount without them want to give you a hot one? Hold on. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. It's all nefarious. Okay, honey, I'm trying to make sure I'm pulling up the right one. Hold on. I have it all written down. Hold on. Let me see if this is it. No, that's not. I think this might. No, that's not it. I want you all to see that too, because that's clearly crazy. Hold on.
Can somebody tell me why the
To know that somebody would do something like that just because I'm trying to give you a better deal and just to flip out like that, yes, I mean, it is scary.
This man was captured on Burger King's surveillance cameras. You can see him get out of his car and pull out a gun. 38-year-old Howard Vernon was his target.
I was taking this guy's order, and he ordered like 2 sausage, egg, and cheese croissants and sausage biscuit and hash brown. The order came up to $8, and he actually thought he was like, my order can't be right. It should be like $11, and I'm like trying to explain to him that we had a promotion going on, and like it's cheaper. He started cussing and getting all out, and I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know why you want to pay more money.
Vernon says after that, the customer sped off, but about a minute later, he pulled back around to the drive-thru window as he was helping another customer. That's when he pulled out a gun and threatened to kill him. Vernon says he also called him a racial slur.
The whole time I was just like, well, if you're gonna do it, do it. Like, I'm not about to run. You don't scare me or anything.
I find it all interesting. Queen Sam said he'll never forget that order. Now he tried to get his fool a discount, and this is what happens. Then had the nerve to call him a racial slur to boot. Here's what it said. A man, he almost paid the ultimate price for giving a discount. A Cleveland Burger King employee was held at gunpoint by an irate customer who didn't like being given a $3 discount on his meal. Howard Vernon, age 38, was working at the drive-thru on Easter morning when a customer came through his lane ordering 2 sausage, egg, and cheese croissants, a sausage biscuit, and hash browns around 9 a.m. Now, the total came to around $8. Okay, $3 less than the normal cost due to the special that was running at the time. He was like, my order can't be right. It should be like $11. And I'm like trying to explain to him that we had a promotion going on and it's cheaper. And he started cussing and getting all loud. I was like, I don't know what to tell you, but I don't know why you want to pay more money. To know that somebody would do something like that just because I'm trying to give you a better deal and it flip out like that is scary. So initially the customer sped off from the location in Willowick, but then pulled up parallel to the pickup window minutes later while another car driven by an older woman was waiting for their food. Now, while Vernon was helping another customer, the suspect, who's still at large, mind you, pulled a gun on the man and threatened to kill him while using racial slurs. This is all crazy. They say exclusive surveillance video shows the moments when a Burger King customer pulls a gun on an employee. You can hear about the incident from the employee himself. This is all crazy, honey. Yeah, that's clearly. Is this man crazy or what? Hotep Sahadi said, these knuckle draggers are too much. What is wrong with people?
One Who Cares says, who left the cage open? Okay. Courtney J said he didn't have it his way. Queen Sam said, you're right, sir. I undercharged you. Okay. Let's make it all make sense. I don't know what to say about these people. I don't know what to say about these people. Now let's talk about this Miami shooting. There was a Miami shooting that left 2 people shot and left 9 people shot, 7 injured, and 2 of them deceased. Okay, so I'm going to go to the footage. Lights up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Good evening. It was a terrifying scene at a Miami area nightclub. An altercation led to gunfire, which then turned into a full-on shootout with police. Innocent bystanders caught in the crossfire. When the bullets stopped, 2 people were dead, 7 were injured. Victims treated on the sidewalk outside the club. Others rushed to the hospital, including 1 police officer. There are now 2 investigations, a homicide investigation into the shooting that started it all, and an investigation into the officer-involved shooting. Marisa Parra starts us off from Doral, just outside Miami. I want to warn you, some of the images in this story are disturbing.
Deadly chaos at 3:30 in the morning inside a Miami area nightclub, spilling onto the streets.
Shots fired at City Place Doral.
9 people shot inside, 2 of them killed, including the bar's security guard.
We start getting shots, and it wasn't one, it was one after another, after another, after another.
Peter Jordan was among those enjoying Doral's Martini Bar, known for its nightlife and one of the few places in the area open till 4 a.m. But this, just 30 minutes before closing.
4 to 5 people shot plus an officer.
Police say it started with an altercation.
The security guard that was working intervened, and that's when the subject produced a firearm and shot and killed the security guard.
Authorities say 2 Doral police officers then jumped in, exchanging gunfire with the shooter, killing him. One of those officers also catching a bullet in his lower extremity.
One of the officers, the one who was struck with 4 years of service, applied a tourniquet on himself immediately after being struck.
6 bystanders, 5 men and a woman, according to police, were shot in the crossfire.
You start thinking right after, right? When you're on the floor, you start thinking, is this going to be the end? Am I going to die here?
Victims appearing to be treated outside, captured on this graphic video. The injured rushed to area hospitals, one of them in critical condition.
You think that it's never going to happen to you in a night where you're having fun right there 2 feet away. I could be there right now.
Marisa Parra joins me now from near the scene of the shooting of the 6 bystanders shot. Marisa, do we know if any were hit by a gunfire from the police?
Jose, it's an important question that many people are asking, and police are saying they don't yet have the answer. And to find out will require a forensic investigation, which authorities say will take time. Jose?
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news.
Oh, so nefarious. Okay. Now, I want you all to listen to this because this is absolutely crazy. So you all know, Hundia says, I seem to miss what took place for that to occur. They haven't said exactly what caused it to occur. There was a shooting, and then when the police showed up, it turned into a full-on shootout with police. Okay? Laverne said Diddy didn't do it. Okay, now listen to this. Rapper BG, you know how BG recently got out of prison. Okay, and so of course, he still has different stipulations he has to go by. So here's what they're saying. Rapper BG had permission to perform and should not be re-imprisoned, according to attorneys. Attorneys for Christopher Dorsey asked federal judge in court filings on Friday to allow musician to remain on supervised release. They're trying to put this man back in prison. They're trying to send this man back to prison because BG allegedly violated his parole. Right? That's what they're saying, but he didn't. They're trying to put this man back in prison for rapping, for going and performing. Now I want you all to pay attention because here's what it says. To me, his parole officer is just a hater, okay? Attorneys for the New Orleans-born rapper BG maintained that he did have official permission to perform alongside prominent fellow musicians, despite what authorities claim when they recently arrested him on allegations of violating the terms of his supervised release from federal prison. Okay, now, attorneys for Christopher Dorsey, which is BG's legal name, they made these contentions in court filings on Friday that asked the federal judge to allow the artist to remain on supervised release rather than face re-imprisonment. Now, in late March, a federal probation officer successfully requested that Dorsey be arrested on allegations that he failed to obtain the necessary clearance to perform at a concert in Las Vegas, Nevada, where he now lives alongside fellow rapper Lil Boosie, on February the 8th. The probation officer also alleged that Dorsey did not obtain such clearance to publish the album Choppers and Bricks alongside the Grammy-nominated rapper Gucci Mane in December, while living at a halfway house as well as the videos. Now, they say that he didn't get permission to do any of this. Okay, so released on February the 16th. The video was released on February the 16th on YouTube and Yellow Tape with Kid, which appeared 8 days later on Apple Music. However, Friday's filings assert that Dorsey hadn't gotten the proper permission for all of his work from those monitoring him at the halfway house before he had been put on supervised release under the watch of a probation officer. And at a preliminary hearing in court, after Dorsey's arrest, prosecutors conceded that he was granted authority to perform in some of these instances when he had been accused of not having permission, something they blamed on an apparent communication lapse. Sounds like this probation officer is just really hating on him. I'm telling you right now, that's what it sounds like. Okay, do they not want this man to be able to work? That's what he's done his whole life. He's been a rapper. Now, Dorsey's probation officer had also objected, listen to this, to the fact that Lil Boosie and Gucci Mane, whose real names are Torrance Hatch Jr. and Radrick Davis, respectively, each had their own prior felony convictions, as people on federal supervised release are generally required to refrain from associating unnecessarily with those who have prior felony convictions. Here's the thing. The key word is unnecessarily. By the fact that he works as a rapper and always has, okay, so that's necessary for him to make his money, to earn a living. It's necessary, so it's not unnecessary. So I don't know why this probation officer is giving him a whole lot of issues other than just hating, in my opinion. Now, yet Dorsey's attorneys, Billy Gibbons and David Chesnoff, reiterated that the halfway house had given him permission to have contact with both artists before he moved out and was put on supervised release. Gibbons and Chesnoff also wrote that Hatch and Davis were successful music artists, and Dorsey collaborated with each of them could help his career. See, the probation officer doesn't want to help his career, wants him to stay downtrodden, okay? Just wants to keep him down, keep his foot on his neck. This is all it is, because he's somebody who looks like me. I guarantee that's all it is. Now, they also said that Dorsey recorded his parts of the Choppers and Bricks in Las Vegas while Davis was in Georgia. Okay, because you don't even have to be in the studio with a person these days, okay, to do a song together. Now, the arguments on Dorsey's behalf came 3 days before a hearing in federal court in New Orleans, where the musician had been sentenced to prison in 2012 on gun charges. Stay on supervised release where he can be productive rather than return to prison. Okay, authors of those missives included the leader of the Emerald Dream Foundation, which is a charitable animal rescue organization in Las Vegas that has hired Dorsey to be an outreach worker. So he's out here being constructive and productive and doing things to help and benefit the community. Please pay attention. He's doing charitable work. Okay, trying to be a productive citizen. But see, this is what they do. I want you to pay attention. Now, as well as the Cash Money Records co-founder, Brian Baby Williams, whose label released BG's top hit song, Bling Bling. Now, they say since Christopher's release, he has dedicated himself to not only rebuilding his life, but also enriching the lives of others around him. This is what Lana Fuchs, president of the Emerald Dream Foundation, wrote. I'm glad people are speaking up for him. Williams, meanwhile, added that Dorsey was not only a talented recording artist, but also a beacon of resilience and growth. Williams, meanwhile, added that he was, doing the work. Now, his music reflects his experience, struggles, and triumphs, resonating with audiences on a deep and emotional level. This is all what Williams said. As BG or Baby Gangsta Dorsey was part of Cash Money, Hot Boys, alongside fellow New Orleans rappers Lil Wayne and Juvenile. One of the group's albums debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200 in 1999 and went platinum as fans were captivated by the Hot Boys' lyrics about dealing drugs to financially support themselves and protecting their trade. So anyway, Dorsey was handed a 14-year prison sentence in July of 2012 after pleading guilty to illegally possessing a gun during a 2009 traffic stop. He also pleaded guilty to obstructing justice by successfully pressuring one of his associates to falsely claim ownership of the gun at the center of the traffic stop. By fall of 2023, Dorsey had transferred to a halfway house. Then he saw his prison sentence reduced on January the 24th to time he had already served. He began a 2-year period of living under federal supervision outside the halfway house on February the 1st, and during the second week of January, Juvenile spoke openly about his desire for the Hot Boys to reunite. But then Dorsey was rearrested in late March on the supervised release violation allegations. He was let out of custody on his own recognizance, pending the outcome of the case, in order to appear in federal court in New Orleans as required. Dorsey appeared in federal court in New Orleans on Monday and was told to remain out of custody on his own recognizance on supervised release. No additional court hearings on the alleged release term violations were immediately scheduled. So I'm telling you all, let me tell you something. This is what happens here. This is what happens here. You see, America is one of the few countries that continues to demonize and vilify people after they've paid their debt to society. You see, in other countries, you can go to prison for a felony, no matter what it is, even murder. Okay, specifically Germany. You can go there and you can do your time and you get out and you don't have that stigma attached to you. You don't have that label sticking to you. Okay, people don't have to watch over you like you're still in prison. Okay, because that's really what it is. Are you really free when people are still watching over you? This is what they do here. Okay, I just want you all to pay attention. Okay? So with that all being said, it's just real annoying that they continue to do this. Miss J said they never stop paying in America. Exactly. And Tandy says, dang, that probation, they make it so hard to complete. Yes, they do. You make one little slip up and they'll put you back in prison. And here's the thing. You know, somebody had said in the comments where I saw this posted on a blog, someone said, well, when you get out of prison, you know what you're supposed to do. And he just disobeyed the rules and he knows he's not supposed to be around convicted felons. Well, here's the thing. He got permission. And as I told you, it says unnecessarily. And it's necessary for him to work. How is he going to pay for his living? How's he going to take care of himself? Okay, maybe he has child support and other things to take care of. He needs to be gainfully employed. Now, that's the thing. If he wasn't gainfully employed, if he's not making money, then they'll lock him up for that too. Please pay attention. Anthony says slavery on the low. Yes, that's exactly what it is, beloved. That's exactly what it is. Lifetime of servitude, American style, says on purpose. Absolutely. Okay, Laverne said can't win for losing. Exactly. RG Titan said BG's getting railroaded, y'all. Yeah, he absolutely is. And it's just really sad. It is really sad that this is what he has to go through. Really awful. And you know, he basically said that, you know, that he can't win for losing, you know? And that even though he's trying to do the right thing, this is what comes. This is how they deal with it. I just want y'all to pay attention. I find it also nefarious. So now let's talk about this. Oh, and also, M. Shantae sent some pictures. Hold on. Some pictures from this morning for the Eclipse. So let's just go to that. I'm going to share those real quick on my screen. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, see, these are pictures that M. Shantae took this morning. Very nice. As you all can see. All right, so shout out to M. Shantae for sending me these. Now listen to this next story because this is real crazy. I want you all to pay attention. I want you all to pay attention. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. So I'm going to show you all a video in just a second. Hold on, let me pull something up. First, I want you all to look at this video of the Pope. I want you to pay attention because the Pope is bowing down to these people who look like me and kissing their shoes. Okay, let me pull this up real quick. Likes up, everyone, please like and share.
Can somebody tell me why the Pope is doing this?
You'll watch very closely on this one.
So here's the thing that gets me. The man who did the video said, he looks like he's hurt. He looks like his little feelings are hurt. Like, what is the Pope doing and why? Terrence said, come on, he knows he's acting. Terrible. Now I want you all to pay attention. Thank you, Black Lily, for the super sticker donation, beloved. I appreciate you. Stacy said, hold on. What's going on here, Queen? Asking for a friend. The Pope knows what's up. Now let me tell you what this is all about. Yeah, the Pope does know what's up, okay? And the Pope's trying to make sure that the rest of these folks don't drag him to hell right along with them, okay? The Pope's trying to make atonement, clearly. I absolutely cannot. Just Ben says, I need a direct deposit from the church. Oh my goodness, I am so through. God, you are so wrong for that, beloved. And shalom to you. You are wrong for that. Okay? He already going to hell first class. Pope is going to hell today. Ethan said, facts, Miss Cleo. Ethan called me Miss Cleo. Y'all need to sit down. This is also nefarious. Hold on. Lilia said, return all those stolen artifacts to their rightful owners. All right, forget the kiss. I find it all so hilarious. Y'all are wrong. Okay, so now let's move on to the next story because this is hilarious. And then I'm out of here after this. Okay, I've been on live with you all day, literally. Okay, that solar eclipse and the red heifer sacrifice video was 4 hours long. Okay, I want you all to pay attention. Now listen to this. This thief disguised himself as a trash bag so he could steal a package off of somebody's porch. And he was caught on doorbell cam footage. Okay, so with the increasing popularity of doorbell cameras and home security systems, getting away with package theft is harder than ever. Now, you think the high likelihood of getting caught on camera would deter porch pirates from snagging packages that don't belong to them. But there's another option, however, according to one thief out of California who decided to wear a disguise. Does the disguise need to be elaborate and clever? Not according to this porch pirate. The package thief was caught on camera in Sacramento late last month, attempting to nab a package from the home of Omar Gabriel Munoz. Instead of simply walking up to the porch, the thief appears to go full Ace Ventura, disguising themselves as simply a black garbage bag. I can't make this stuff up. Now, the footage, they say the crafty thief was caught on doorbell cam. Footage captured by Munoz's door camera shows the thief crouched low to the ground with her body hidden inside the garbage bag with nothing but feet sticking out of the bottom and straddling. The perp slowly makes their way up to the property's front sidewalk, shuffling along in an apparent attempt to look like, well, a pile of garbage. So let me show you all the footage because this is all so ridiculous. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Please pay attention.
To steal a small package. Good evening, I'm Laura Painter.
And I'm Chris Thomas. There's something you have to see to believe. Just take a look. There you see that person covered in a trash bag taking that small package from this doorstep in Glenwood Meadows. ABC 10's Luke Clary spoke to the homeowner tonight about this caught on camera moment.
The joys of homeownership. From lawn care to setting up your own security system.
This one is the one that record the people stealing the package.
First-time Sacramento homeowner Omar Munoz is getting a crash course into the risks of package delivery.
I was at work and I received the notification on my phone that I had a package. And when I got home, I didn't see the package.
Good thing he caught it all on camera.
You probably think you know where this is going, right? Porch pirates, the kinds of people who conceal their identity.
You can't make it up, beloveds. You absolutely cannot make this up. How desperate must you be? How did he even see? How did he even see? Because I didn't see any holes poked in or anything. He had to have been looking straight down at the ground while he was walking. This is all so crazy. This is all so crazy. I hope he got what he was looking for with his silly self. Please pay attention. Anyway, with that all being said, everyone please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Also, don't forget to double check and make sure that you're still subscribed to the channel, especially if you have not been receiving notifications, beloveds. With that all being said, I wish you all peace, love, and prosperity. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Hey, yo, Nick, hit him with that soul all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me?